There's a lot of advice going around about YouTube that if you listen to it, your channel's probably not gonna grow. Let me tell you why. First, there are a ton of new channels popping up that don't know anything about YouTube, but they're starting YouTube help channels because they think it's gonna be easy, and they're giving you advice when you probably know more than they do.
Oh, that was savage.
Number two, people are using ChatGPT to help them write scripts and put bullet points together and all of that, and guess what? All of these AI models are trained on new information, but they're also trained on old information that doesn't even apply anymore, or it doesn't matter, but they just picked it up in a blog post somewhere. So I'm gonna tell you the advice you should never listen to if you wanna grow your YouTube channel, and we're starting right now. The first thing people are telling you that isn't true is that all you have to do is follow your passion and everything's gonna work out. If you live in a fairy tale, that might actually be the case, but if you live in the real world with the rest of us, there are very specific skills that you need to learn when it comes to being a content creator. You have to learn how to come up with good ideas for your videos. You have to learn how to package them up through your thumbnail and title in a way that other people will find interesting or compelling, or that at the very least will help them identify that the content's about something that they might care about. You have to be able to take people through the content and keep re-engaging them throughout the video, and a whole bunch of other things. But if we take all of that back down to the beginning to just looking at thumbnails and titles, when we look at channels every Saturday, almost everybody gets that part wrong. So if you're passionate about a topic, that's awesome. But if you're not going through the process of learning how to do the things that you need to do as a content creator, if you want other people to watch your videos, then in most cases, passion about the topic isn't going to be the thing that's going to carry you. So if somebody tells you just follow your passion when it comes to YouTube, absolutely make content that you're passionate about because you're gonna be doing this for a while, but make sure that you're not only relying on that to carry the weight for your YouTube channel. You gotta learn how to be a YouTuber. By the way, if you suck at thumbnails and you acknowledge like, yeah, you know what, I'm probably not the best at thumbnails, there is an amazing tool that is the sponsor of this video called 1 of 10. 1 of 10 helps you make really good thumbnails. For example, this, and this were all made with 1 of 10. I used them to make this thumbnail and to update the thumbnails for my live streams, and it's doing a fantastic job. They also have additional growth tools like helping you find outliers, helping you see thumbnail trends, and a bunch of other helpful things for you as a YouTuber. Again, that's 1of10.com. You can find a link to that in the description, or you can click on the QR code. The next thing which you need to focus on to grow your channel, making good content for your viewers. Now, with that, there is tons of nuance in it, and if you have a small channel and you're trying at YouTube, I want you to know that it can take a while to really start to understand what it is that your viewers want. It can take a while to get good at videos. Just look at all of this like it's a learning curve, because it is. If you start any new hobby, you're not gonna be awesome at that hobby. If you start any new job, you're not gonna be awesome at that job. You have to learn how to do it. YouTube is exactly the same. But the skills are gonna be the thing that's gonna move the needle for you the most. So make sure those are what you focus on. The next piece of YouTube advice that's working against you is you hear all the time where people are like, hey, just keep uploading videos. Just keep publishing. Just keep publishing. It's all you got to do. Just keep publishing videos and it'll work out. It's not how it works. I've been on YouTube for 11 years. And during that time, I've never seen a channel that's not doing the right things, that just uploads videos for the sake of uploading videos and it just works out. What you need to do instead is with every video you upload, if it doesn't do well, ask yourself, okay, people didn't respond to this. Why did they not respond to this? So YouTube is showing it to people, but people are not having a positive reaction with this. They're not clicking on it a lot. Once they come into the video, they leave quickly, those sorts of things. They're not leaving me any comments. Start thinking, why do I think this is taking place? And for this one, a lot of people will just jump straight into YouTube analytics if they've got 30 views on a video. But here's the problem. If you just jump straight into YouTube analytics when you have 30 views on a video, the information that you're getting isn't really valuable. Instead, you need to step away from the computer and start really thinking about, okay, for these people that I'm making these videos for, why do I think they didn't respond to this? Was the thumbnail clear? Was I focusing on the right thing? When it comes to the title, like, is this really a title that I would click on? Or if this was shown to me on YouTube's homepage, is this something that I could just scroll right past in favor of another video? And from there, go and look at other channels who are making content like yours and start to analyze their content. If yours isn't working, and say, okay, for this type of channel, these other channels, they seem to be doing these types of things with their thumbnails. They seem to be writing their title in these ways. When their videos first start, they seem to capture the viewer's attention by doing these things, and then after those, it seems like they do these things to get people re-engaged again. The idea is to simply not upload blindly and just hope it's gonna work out because you've published more videos. You have to be mindful of the results that you're getting, and you have to be mindful of why you might be getting those results. Sometimes it's a skill problem. Sometimes it's an ideation problem, meaning the content that you're making just doesn't have a big audience. You're not coming up with ideas that enough people care about for it to matter for anybody. But whatever the reason, you have to be intentional and you have to be paying attention and trying to improve with every upload that you do. Another piece of really bad advice that you probably hear a lot when it comes to YouTube, if you're watching videos like this, is to just upload whatever you want and then something's gonna take off. That's not how YouTube works. So when it comes to YouTube, their system is very fine-tuned. They've been operating this for like 20 years and they have a very deep understanding of how people respond to things. And they also have a very specific way that their system works. So if you're publishing videos and they are not topically aligned with a certain type of viewer, meaning a certain person that's interested in a certain thing, then in that case, you're probably gonna have a hard time with your channel. Instead, what you wanna do is you wanna think about, okay, I'm making this content for YouTube, and if I want other people to watch it, then I need to make sure that I'm being considerate of what these other people are interested in, and then aligning what they care about with what it is that I care about, and then make videos for those people specifically and only those people. Like in my case, I make videos for YouTubers. I've been doing it for a really long time, and because of that, I'm known for making videos for YouTubers. That's what you want with your channel. So pick a niche, pick an audience that cares about that niche, and constantly give that audience content that they care about. And rinse and repeat that process over and over again. The next piece of advice that always hurts small YouTube channels is all of the content creators that are lying to you about YouTube features. People will make videos and say, if you upload YouTube Shorts, it's gonna destroy your channel, just so they can get you to click on it. Those same people will upload videos that say, if you live stream on your YouTube channel, it'll destroy your channel. Don't listen to these people. Instead, experiment on your channel. See what your audience responds well to. See what you enjoy making the most. You might find, if you're not uploading shorts, that you really love making YouTube Shorts. Or you might find, if you're not live streaming, that you really love live streaming. Or you might try them and be like, you know what? Neither of those are for me. I'm just gonna stick to making videos. But taking the advice to not do those things based on somebody just making up stuff about YouTube, you don't want to do that because it will cost you opportunities. Everything doesn't work the same for every YouTube channel. Every audience is different. Every content creator is different. So because of that, experiment with the things that you like to do on your channel and see what your viewers respond to at the highest level. And for the other things, if you have a purpose for them in your content strategy, then go for it. If not, then you don't have to do those things. The next piece of advice that hurts YouTubers all of the time is people will follow advice about trying to get videos to show up in YouTube search. So there's all of these services that are probably sending you emails already. If not, they will be soon, where they're offering SEO, search engine optimization services. In addition to that, people with new YouTube help channels are also pushing you in that direction to make everything for search. And in some cases, big channels will tell you that too. But here's the important thing that you have to consider when it comes to your YouTube channel. First, the biggest elephant in the room is that every content type isn't ideal for YouTube search. Number two, almost all of the views on YouTube come from YouTube recommending content to people on their homepage and from suggested videos. So if you're really wanting to grow your YouTube channel, you want to make sure that you are considering YouTube's recommendation system and make sure from an idea standpoint that you are making content about things that people are likely to respond to when YouTube recommends it to them on their homepage or in suggested videos. If you're doing educational content, you're doing product reviews, that sort of thing, that's where you might want to consider search. But even with that, have search as a part of your strategy. But if you want the big wins, those are usually found in YouTube's recommendation system. The next piece of advice that's hurting small YouTube channels, and it's not really advice, it's more of the approach. So one of the things that you constantly see on YouTube is people making videos where they'll say, click this button to grow your YouTube channel, or this one YouTube setting, if you change this, this is going to make a huge difference on your YouTube channel. Or YouTube's algorithm just had this big update, change this setting now, and all the other crazy stuff like that. But the reason this type of advice hurts small YouTube channels is because it keeps you focused on these things that don't really matter. It keeps you focused on like, hey, let me make sure my settings are right, which, you know, they matter. But at the end of the day, the thing that's gonna really move the needle for your YouTube channel is, are you good at coming up with ideas? Are you good at packaging those ideas up through your title and thumbnail? And have you learned how to make good videos that people respond to? That's it. Those are the things that move your YouTube channel, not a setting, not a button, none of that stuff. So instead of spinning your wheels, responding to those videos where they're just trying to get you to click for their benefit, if you're gonna be watching videos about this stuff, watch videos about developing the skills in order to do the job. Those are gonna do so much more for you than videos where people are trying to stress you out about YouTube updates and settings. So if you really wanna grow your YouTube channel, here is what you need to be focusing on. One, you gotta come up with good ideas. Just copying other people's ideas, not the best thing. If you are gonna copy ideas, ideas, do it from other niches, bring that idea into your niche so that you're offering something fresh in your niche. Number 2, make sure that you are going through the process of learning how to make good, effective thumbnails. Pretty is not always effective. You have to learn how to capture people's attention. Think of your thumbnail like a billboard on a highway where people are going 100 miles an hour and they are just looking up for 1 second, and that's all they have in order to get the information that they need from that billboard. That's what your thumbnail is. You don't have time for people to sit there and read all the details and for people to sit there and try to figure out what it is that you're doing in your thumbnail. Instead, you have to be very intentional about where it is that you're wanting to focus people's attention, and less is usually more when it comes to your thumbnails. So don't overcrowd them. Even if you're using AI tools, make sure that you're not putting tons of text on there or anything like that. Just try to keep them simple and focused towards the thing that's going to help your viewer identify that your content is about something that they might care about. And if you're trying to improve your skills as a content creator, there's certain things that you need to do when you start your videos in order to capture people's attention. I made a whole video about it. I'll put a link to it right here so you can check that out, so you can start capturing people's attention better at the beginning of your videos. You can go ahead and click into that now, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.